If someone were to bump into your home today and frantically tell you Mt Everest has moved from the Himalaya mountain range in India to the Kupe Manenguba in Cameroon, and that there is excessive snow falling around the northern Bakossi area, you dismiss him with a wave of the hand for spreading false hopes. First of all, you would think of such a displacement of nature as unimaginable. You will be looking at such a possibility from your limited human wisdom as fallacious or untenable. You may even forget that nothing is impossible with God. After all, we are told that even with a little faith as small as a mustard seed, mountains can be moved. But that's all spiritual. For we do not think of physical mountains being moved. So how can anyone order a mountain like Everest to move to such a distant place like Kupe Manenguba? Those who have studied the theory of the continental shelf and the movements of the currents would know that at one point in time the earth was one block of land, until by some mysterious movement caused by a natural force underneath the earth, land masses were displaced and the waters covered open spaces created. The continents, as we know them today, were formed. So who said such mystery cannot repeat itself today? For mountains that were planted in some parts of the world and thought impossible to move or be shaken, do actually move to the consternation of every beholder. And now the currents have found a leeway to flow to the direction as the wind blows. The mountains that obstructed the winds to blow have moved, and so the current will flow. To what direction, it is difficult to conjecture, but that there should be snow in Kupe Manenguba because Mt Everest has moved to this part of the world is the mystery I am cogitating. Those who hail from Kupe Manenguba, and especially near the Kupe mountain, will know how cold it can be there sometimes. But that cannot be compared to anything characteristic of the extreme weather conditions experienced in the Himalayas. But imagine all the snow melting from those high mountains and coming down to the valleys. What devastation that can cause with climate change and the melting of the icebergs. That possibility is no longer impossible. Such dramatic changes are noticeable every day in our social or political lives. The versatile musician Afuakom, in one of his expressive songs, tells us the things that happen to other people have started happening to us. They are getting too close for comfort. Power struggle, he tells us, has done wonders. In the struggle, even in Goktungia, no one can say anymore where the wind of power is blowing. Mountain positions are changing. Like someone told me yesterday, the year 2011 is the year of untold surprises, tantamount to being referred to as miracles. Another one talked of the lucid and delectable moments this year may bring to the social and political life of our country. Yes, the possibility of seeing major reconciling tendencies and new leaders emerging. Could this be a prophecy? Only time will tell. I thought I was in a trance. Those visionary moments in life when you find yourself poised to fly and feel the splendor of being beyond the ordinary. I woke up inadvertently to find myself face to face with reality. And then it dawned on me, I was watching history unfolding before my very eyes. Indeed, the mountains had moved. Mt Everest had been displaced and Ntarikon had moved to Etoudi. Like the ordinary rustic would exclaim in astonishment, wonders shall never end. Like a tsunami, the whole political fabric of this nation is changing. From what looks like an ordinary handshake last December in Bamenda, things seem to be moving unbelievably fast for many of us to give meaning to this transformation. That after 20 years of resistance, John Fru Ndi would be seen in a delightful manner at Etoudi can only be compared to Mt Everest moving from the Himalayas to Kupe Manenguba. Whatever this signifies, I leave it to political analysts and erudite scholars to edify us with the changing times. 2011 is indeed a year of miracles, a year in which, through our little faith, mountains can be moved. And like the charismatic preacher would say, praise the Lord, and the people would scream, amen. My heart is still beating and very fast. One would think I am caught in the Spirit. And why not?